What's up? What's up? My hair's all jacked up. Man, my computer's been acting up lately. I changed one setting, fucked up my whole setup. So we'll see when I look back on this stream if it's laggy or whatever. Um, but welcome to the stream. This is gonna be kind of a laid back stream. Just chilling basically. I have WrestleDream on the background right here on my TV. Obviously, I can't show it because I'll probably get banned from YouTube. But I got it loud enough so you guys can hear. So if you guys like it or don't like it, just let me know in the comments. But just wanted to go through some of my pickups that I've had. I've had these pickups probably for a few months now, and I just haven't been able to put them away or make videos on it. So I kind of try to make a video on any pickups I have, so that way, it's kind of like I take an inventory of it. I have an app on my phone called Game Eye that is for collections and to keep track of everything, but it's just I have so many games, it's just time consuming to do it basically. But let's just get into it, and hopefully the stream works out good. But right now, the match for WrestleDream is Darby Allin against some dude. I haven't watched AEW in a while. I've been on a WWE kick lately, and obviously UFC. But so far, this pay-per-view has been pretty good. Will Ospreay fought a little while ago. Anytime he fights is just pretty cool. So let's get into the first game. I'm gonna try to put little trailers in the corner, right here, showing the game, just so you guys can know what game I'm talking about here. Cause some of these games I didn't hear about it until I picked it up. All right. Ooh. Whoa. Looking for my chat. Even though I don't have too much chat. Alright, let's click on that. And I'm gonna click on that. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, so this first game that I'm going to show that I picked up is called Never Dead. It's by Konami. I've never heard of this game until I saw it at the store. Never really saw it before. I have this thing of, if I haven't seen the game or haven't heard about it, I kind of want to get it, especially if it's not too expensive. It was $22.99, and I think I might have had like a coupon for it. But it wasn't too bad as far as the price. And this is the game right here. So basically, you're this guy. You're taking control of this guy, and I think it's a co-op game too. Yep, it's 2 to 4 player co-op. You take control of the main character, and he doesn't die. Only like his body can blow up into little pieces, and like you have his head right there, like it shows on the screen, and like you control rolling his head to find the other pieces of his body, and it comes back together. I haven't played it yet, but it's just like one of those classic 360 PS3 era games where like the developers and studios were just trying different things. And it just looks fun. Looks like stupid fun. I'm sure it's janky as hell. The reviews weren't the best, but like it's co-op, and I love buying co-op games because I play with my daughter. Sometimes I play with my son if he wants to play it, but he's in college now. So, but this is Never Dead on the 360. If you see it out there, pick it up. It's not worth a lot of money, but it's one of those games that a lot of people don't talk about. And it's a rare game. I can see this game going up in price in like 10 more years, because a lot of people ain't gonna know about it. All right. All right, so I gotta do a better layout here for my chat. I might just go up here. I think up here's a little bit better. Yeah, this is a lot better right here. All right. So that way I can focus on my videos. Darby Allin's getting his butt whooped like always. And then he comes back like always. Alright, so I'm doing this in no particular order. I'm just going to grab them randomly. So that's the best way to do it. Alright, so these next two games I slept on during the 360. I slept on a lot of games during the Xbox 360 era. I was mainly in the Call of Duty, Gears of War, BioShock, and at the time when I saw this came out, Castlevania: Lords of Shadow, I thought it was gonna be like the Nintendo 64 version, so I just kind of like ignored it. And I wasn't the biggest Castlevania fan during this era of my life. Uh-oh, Darby Allin, he just went on the top rope and jumped off to the ground like he normally does. And so I picked this one up. It's in pretty good condition. It's complete. It has both discs in there. It has these little inserts with some codes in it. The codes don't work anymore because the offer is already invalid. But pretty good condition. $20. The case looks almost brand new. And since I got that, I had to get Castlevania: Lords of Shadow 2. And both of these games are supposed to be really good. They're in the style, I think, of like God of War, like the old school God of War games. So let's try to pull up a quick trailer real quick. We'll do Lords of Shadow 2. Alright, so this is the trailer right here. We're gonna move it up. It looks pretty good. I feel like we should get a new Castlevania game. Recently they released the Castlevania Dominus collection, which is the DS ports, which I want to get that physically because I got the other Castlevania ones on the Switch. These games look pretty cool, so that's why I picked them up. They are one-player games, and they're 360 games, and the store's closed down, so I'm not sure if you can buy these. I think you still can buy these on Xbox One. A lot of the games that I got for 360 are backwards compatible, either via disc or just download. So now, I'm not gonna lie, some of these games I bought thinking it was backwards compatible, and then I get home and I put it in there and it doesn't work, which is kind of BS because Xbox makes it seem like they have majority of their games backwards compatible, and it's nowhere close. And especially they're like heavy hitters that I love, like their old school games like Outrun. That's not backwards compatible on the Series X. You can hack your Series X or mod it, which I did to play those games, but like if they want to promote backwards compatibility, then they should really go all in on it. Hopefully the next system they come out with, or PlayStation's next system, they lean more into backwards compatibility, which I don't believe they will though. Next game, another Xbox 360 game. It is Pure. This is another game that I missed out on because during this time there was a lot of games like these. A lot of games where they're racing. They have a lot of destruction. It's like MotorStorm, and you know, I'm gonna admit I wasn't the biggest MotorStorm fan when it first came out. I was more a Twisted Metal fan, um, but as I gotten older and I learned to appreciate some of those games, especially with a steering wheel. Oh my god, the MotorStorm games are amazing. Split Second games. I have a stream on my channel with that I did with Split Second, Blur, like all those arcadey racing games. Those were all fun, and at the time it was just so saturated. At that time, that a lot of those games got overlooked or got review bombed because they're so similar. But now we don't get games like that, so it's kind of like I wish we did get games like that because it would be so cool to see and to play, especially with the online the way it is nowadays. But it's kind of sad in a way that you know we don't get to enjoy games like that. This is backwards compatible on the Series X and Series S. So, you know, if you want to get this game and just pop it in your new system, go right ahead. This game is very similar to MotorStorm. It's just basically, instead of having to choose from all different types of vehicles, you only choose from ATVs, which is a bummer, but, you know, it's not a hard game by all means, but it's super fun. It controls how you think it would control. It plays very similar to MotorStorm. It says, and land impossible gravity-defying tricks as you soar over breathtaking landscapes and race your way to victory. You do all kinds of tricks. You race online against 15 rivals in adrenaline-fueled off-road events, and you can build and customize your own ATVs. This is a one-player game, but you can play 2 to 16 players online, which I'm not sure if it's still online, but you know, I would say go into it thinking it's still offline. But this game is made by Black Rock Studios, which I believe is like studio kind of like Evolution Studios, which made MotorStorm and Drive Club, and now they're shut down. But like a lot of the developers from that studio went on to different studios. Ultimately, I don't know where they're at. They might be at like Idols now, making like Grid and all those other games. But this is a Disney interactive game, so Disney was doing some pretty good things at the time. Uh-oh. Darby Allin. Oh, same old Darby Allin. So the guy was on top of the steps. He goes on the turnbuckle on top, and he does his little coffin drop. Again, like that man's gonna kill himself one day. He's gonna be paralyzed when he's like 41. That's crazy. God damn, he landed right on his balls. Alright, so let's look at the next game. I'm gonna try to be more oh shit, what happened to my chat box? What happened to my chat box? Okay, there it is. I'm gonna try to be more what's the word? I can't even think right now. More organized with this. Alright, so this one I believe also it is a Series X compatible game. Every time I turn around, Darby Allin doing the same coffin drop. 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin wins. Alright, so this next game is Splinter Cell Blacklist. So this is another franchise, another game that I hate to admit that I missed out on. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Like, you know, now I didn't have a lot of money growing up. During this era, I was in college and going to work and trying to support that and on my own. So I didn't get a ton of games. I got more games than I did when I was little, but it was kind of like, you know, Xbox Live was taking off, and Gears of War was my shit, which I love Gears of War to this day. I'm not, as good as I used to be, but I love Gears of War. But Splinter Cell was always a franchise I always wanted to try. Um, and I got all of them, I believe, on Xbox and 360. But I've looked online and I looked at rankings, and the consensus is this one is the best one. Um, this one kind of like puts everything together perfectly. Um, let's see a little bit of gameplay. Now, recently, they just confirmed that they're remaking this game, or not this game, but they're remaking the original Splinter Cell for the new systems. Um, I guess there was a rumor that they had canceled that game. They're 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 shaking hands now and kissing. Um, but I guess they confirmed that they are not canceling the game, that they're still making it. Ubisoft will be stupid not to remake this game. Everybody wants this game. Like, they can make movies from this game. They can make all kinds of things. They got mobile games already with Sam Fisher. So this game's pretty cheap still. You can find it for cheaper than $11.99 for sure. And it says it has Connect compatibility. I don't know how that works. It might be cool, but Connect always was janky. But yeah, this is one I can't wait to try out. Even the DS version, the 3DS version of Splinter Cell, I believe it has it's like a greatest hits compilation of all the Splinter Cell missions on the 3DS. I hate that I'm gonna need to do this. I'm sorry guys, it's just my chat box keeps moving on me. All right. So let's see what's the next thing. I'm moving everything around and I'm getting confused here. All right, so the next game, it's gonna be. I don't need to look up a video for that. You guys know what that is. So I'll go ahead and cue the next game after that one, which, ironically, I was watching some gameplay of it yesterday in VR. I don't know if you guys can guess what game that is. Alright, so first off, we're going to talk about a game I was never too big on, but I want to play it with my daughter, co-op, and zombies mode. I didn't really like zombie mode. I like horde mode better in Years of War because they did it better. But my daughter wanted to play zombies, and I had a inkling to play zombies too, so I picked up Call of Duty World at War. The campaign is actually pretty good. We didn't finish the whole thing because we started it in co-op, and we didn't know that you can't save if you didn't beat the game in one player mode first. So that sucked. So I'm not gonna play this game again. We'll probably still play zombie mode or whatever, but this zombie mode was way better than like the newer ones now, because there's so much shit going on in the new zombie modes that, like, I just want a straightforward zombie mode or horde mode. But this is a classic that you can pick up for really cheap. You can pick up literally all the Call of Duty games probably for under $50 all together. All right, so the next game I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna cue it up right now. Can you guys guess this game? I saw AJ from AJ Underground, PSVR Underground, playing this yesterday. Today is October 12th. He was playing this on the PC through his PSVR 2. It is Alien Isolation. And this is the Xbox One version. Sucks that it's pre-owned. So is this the Nostromo edition? So this edition came with stuff, um, but I'm sure it doesn't come like all the codes don't work and everything. But at least you get the baseline experience. Um, and the Xbox One version is the one to get. They do have a re-release for the Nintendo Switch, which is like supposed to be the remastered version. But I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard that it doesn't run as good as the Xbox One version. Um, but this is another game I missed out on. Um, it's just crazy because a lot of these games that people are buying now or people are trying to pick up and making videos because the Xbox store is closing, a lot of those games were like games that like people shit on, games that didn't review well, that were like cult classics, like a few people liked it, and now that everybody's older or there's no good games coming out, like good games, people are going back to these games saying like, oh, these games actually didn't suck, they're pretty good, they're hidden gems. And then you look at like there's a guy on YouTube who literally makes the same video every day saying the one Xbox 360 game you should buy, and then he lists like 10, and then it's like a random ass like bullshit Xbox 360 game. It's like at this point you're just pulling shit out your ass. And honestly, like, I started watching them when everybody was going crazy over 360 games, and I was like, this dude's making the same fucking video, and he's making the same video because he's getting views. He's getting like 1,000 views in like 4 hours, 5 hours. So if he keeps getting, hey, I can't hate on that. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna like downvote him or anything like that. Hustle on. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's the lazy way of getting your subscriber count up. Like if I wanted to do that, I'm sure I can just make the same video every day, picking a random stupid game and saying it's really good and buy it before the price goes up. I'm not gonna buy games that I don't like, that I know of, just because the price is gonna go up. I don't do that. Like if I haven't heard of the game and it looks interesting and the price is decent, then I might buy it. But I want to buy a game that I'm gonna potentially play. Not a game that's like crap, that I remember when it came out and it was crap, and now it's like $100 and oh, I gotta buy this game just to collect it. I'm not one of those collectors. I collect games that I like, unless I find like a really good deal on something. For instance, like Balan Wonderworld. Like I'm not gonna play that damn game, but that game sucks. But I got it at Walmart for like $2 brand new. So I bought like 3 different versions, and I gave the other ones away. So stuff like that I'll buy, but I'm not gonna spend $100 on some bullshit game. All right, so let's get this off, and we are going to go to the next game. Okay, we got the Young Bucks, the Hardy Wannabes, talking to some other tag team people. All right, so we're gonna change up. We're gonna change up what game I'm showing. So far, I've been showing pretty much all Xbox games so far. So we're gonna change it up. If we want to do a little bit of a new thing, new generation game. And we are going to be looking at Pac-Man World Repacked. This is a remake of the PlayStation game, I believe. Wouldn't normally buy this game, like I said, but the game is a good platforming game. It looks really interesting. It looks like it's well-made remake. Looks like a well-made remake. And I watched a few people playing this game, and it looks fun. And it's something that, like I said, I can play with my daughter. We can take turns. And even like my wife can play it because she likes side-scrolling platforming games. But I got this literally like 2 weeks ago from Walmart. It's the PS5 version, $5. So $5 for a PS5 game, and it's a good game, sealed, brand new. They had the PS4 version like 4 weeks ago for $5, but the PS5 version was 10. Actually, they were both. PS5 version was 20, and the PS4 version was 10. So I didn't get it, and I'm glad I waited because the PS5 version was $5. So yeah, this is gonna be good games. One of those games where one of those you play when you have nothing to play, and like it's raining out, your internet's cut off for some reason, because of the power or whatever. So it's like, you know what? Throw this in, but you gotta make sure you load it up before your internet goes out. All right, so the next game I'm gonna show, we're going back to Xbox, and it is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I played a little bit of the first Star Wars game. Fallen something. If I remember the name, but like I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but Star Wars games intrigue me ever since my uncle showed me Battlefront on the 3DO, I believe, or Rebel Assault. It was Rebel Assault on the 3DO. I used to play it with the big joystick, and I still have it. I still have all that stuff. The game wasn't the best, but you know, it's nostalgic for me. But I've been waiting for this to drop down in price because, you know, when it came out, it had so many glitches and everything. And I have yet to play the first one, so I want to get both eventually. But I found this at Meijer. They had a clearance going on a few weeks ago, hidden clearance. It was $12.99, I believe. Originally, it was like $50 or $70. So, and this is the Xbox Series X version. You can get like the Xbox One version and the PS4 versions for cheap, but you ain't gonna get it for like $12.99. But this is the next gen version. So I can't wait to play this. By that I mean I'm probably never gonna play it, but I really do want to play it. All right, so I want to change it up now. So we did a whole bunch of Xbox. We had one PlayStation 5 game. So I'm gonna change it up. We're gonna do a Nintendo GameCube game. All right, and you can see it here too. So, you know. So let me cue this up. This game, everybody knows it. Everybody knows this game. Alright, so this is a little ad. So, this game is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour for the GameCube. It's complete, has everything in the package. Let me maximize the screen so I can show you guys. Really good condition. The price wasn't too bad. You know, GameCube games are steadily, well, they went up so much that I think right now they kind of just hit like a max, and some of them are going down in price now. So where like the 360 now is starting to shoot up, but that's even like leveling off now. Same thing with the PS3. The PS3 doesn't seem like it's shooting so high. There's just certain games that are shooting up. Ironically, I feel like PS4 games are climbing in price. Just certain PS4 games. But Mario Golf GameCube, like every Mario Golf game to me is a fun game. I love the 3DS versions. I love the DS. Was it on DS? I don't remember if it was on DS. But this version's really good. Even the Switch version was alright. I didn't spend too much time with the Switch version. But I just love all the Mario sports games. And this one's really good. So I'm glad I added that one to the collection. I wanted to try to get all the games that I would have got if I had a GameCube when I was younger. Fortunately, I had a PS2. So I got a lot of games for PS2, but hardly any games for GameCube because my friend had a GameCube, and we would play like Mario Kart and stuff like that. Um, but like all my games from that era was for the most part all PS2 games. I didn't have an Xbox at that time. I was PlayStation all the way up until 360 came out, and then Gears of War came out. That's when I converted over to Xbox. But so we're gonna go on to the next game, and we're gonna keep it Nintendo. Um, I'll just show you on my screen instead of turning it off. So the next game is Wario Land Shake It, and that is for the Wii. That is for the Wii. The Wii. Alright. So here we go. This is another game where when the Wii, I had the Wii. I have like 5 Wiis now. Because they're so cheap. You just find them everywhere now. But this game, I skipped this game when it first came out. Because it just seemed like a kiddie game. But, you know, I watch a lot of top lists. And this is always like in the top list of Wii games. And I tend to lean towards like shoot 'em up games, light gun games, music games for the Wii, game show games. It's more like a family console for me. Obviously, a Nintendo Wii Sports, but this one looks pretty fun. I want to get the Wario Land game for the GameCube. I don't think I have that, but this is pretty much like a sequel to that, where you just use your Wii Mote to do everything. But they never show Wario some love, man. So Wario, they need to make a new Wario game. And this one is complete in box. The manual is a little bit messed up, but I still got the receipt in there. This is in pretty good condition. Case is in really good condition. I'm glad to have this added to the collection here. So yeah, it's a side-scrolling game. I haven't played it yet, but there's a game that just came out on the Switch that's been out on Steam for I think a little bit over a year. It's what the hell? Now I'm blanking out. It's called Pizza Time or something like that. Where a lot of people were comparing that game to the Wario Land games. Very fast-paced game, which I kind of want to get that on the Switch now. All right. So we're gonna go on to the next game, and the next game, we'll do a new game. We'll do a PS5 game, and it's not the best game in town. It's definitely not the best game in town, but it's a game that I when I saw it announced, I'm like, oh man, I hope it's at least okay, because I'll still enjoy it. The game is for PlayStation 5. It is RoboCop Rogue City. This is the best way I could describe this game is old school PlayStation 2 type of game where it's very linear. The acting is very low budget but like sufficient. The graphics are sufficient. They are not the best. There's certain areas that look like really good, and then there's certain glitches that happen that you're like, what the hell? Like in the very beginning of the game, there's a part where there's like a news anchor. They're like talking on the news, and like depending on like what mode you have it, if you have it on performance mode or if you have it on whatever that quality mode, like the reporter or the anchor is not even on the screen. It's just like you just hear the voice, and then all of a sudden, like, the person just like flashes in. So it's stuff like that. But like, the game is fun. Like, the gun play, as far as like the impact of the gun, like his basic gun at the weakest point of his gun like has impact. Like, you feel like when you shoot, like you're really shooting like the gun. It doesn't feel like you're shooting like a BB gun or something like that. But this game is a short game. I wouldn't recommend buying it at $70, which I didn't. I think I bought it for like $25. But it's just like some stupid fun. Like, if you are working all week and you have hardly any time to play online games like me, like I don't play online too much, and you just want to play a couple missions and, you know, make some progress in the video game, and then come back a few days later and like you don't have to remember 10,000 things about the mission, this is a perfect game for you. And then I believe there's different difficulty modes, so you can go ahead and play it back again. But like, this game, I haven't beat it yet, but like, look, the blood effects, like just the shooting is really good. Like, I would say his regular gun so far that I've experienced is like a little bit OP. Like, you have Uzis and stuff in the game, and like, I feel like his regular pistol has enough, like does enough damage, and it just feels so good shooting it that I don't even want to shoot any other gun because the AKs don't feel like his pistol. But that's RoboCop Rogue City, and that's on Xbox as well. But just go into it knowing that it's a little bit of a janky game. It's not like, you know, 100% like, you know, polished game, but like, if you know that and you don't expect too much, you'll be pleasantly surprised about this game. This tag match is still going on. The Young Bucks, here we go. They're going to do their little move. Turnbuckle. Oh, they push him into it. He fell on the turnbuckle. They just did the Hardy Boys Poetry in Motion. I don't even know who these other guys are. Woo! They ain't gonna win. Oh, almost. Why do they look like the Street Profits? They look like Carmelo Hayes and the Street Profits put together. Caught it. All right. So the next game we are going to be talking about is PlayStation 3 game, which I feel is very underrated. Very, very underrated. I was excited when this game got announced. Excited when it came out. Didn't have the money to buy it when it came out. And now I obviously I have the money now. But like, so this game came out. It is called Street Fighter Cross Tekken. So basically, it's a Street Fighter game with Tekken characters in it. And it's a fun ass game. Like, I'm not like a professional fighting game player. Here, let me try to pull it up real quick. Street Fighter Cross Tekken trailer. And this trailer is like 12 years old. All right, so I remember when this got announced, I was like, holy crap, I can't wait to play that. And then they were supposed to make a Tekken Cross Street Fighter, which at the time I was very confused at what they even meant. So this game is Street Fighter Cross Tekken, so it's Tekken characters in Street Fighter, and they control like Street Fighter characters. Okay. The other game they were gonna make was gonna be Street Fighter characters in Tekken, and they control like Tekken characters, like the gameplay like Tekken. So obviously, like, they said that it was never canceled. It was never canceled, but obviously it was canceled. But now they do that now. All the games, all the fighting games now have DLC. So it'd be Terry Bogard and fucking all these other games, Street Fighter, and then Ryu and Power Rangers and Ryu and Final Fight and all the stuff. But this, I picked this one up, and this game is like super cheap. Like, this is the special edition, which I never see this anywhere, and that's why I picked it up. I always wanted this game. I didn't know if I was going to get it for Xbox 360 or PS3, but I ended up getting it for the PS3 because I found this special edition. This special edition isn't worth a lot of money. Even on eBay, it's not worth like a ton of money. But this special edition comes with the game. It comes with an arcade cabinet bank. Like look at this. It's a little arcade cabinet, like a replica arcade cabinet. You put money in it, and then it has a 45 gems download voucher, which probably doesn't work no more. Exclusive prequel story and a comic book. Now the only thing about this game that was like people I heard were complaining about, and you know, I wasn't like the biggest fan of, was the whole gem system. But like, if you just like play the game, just like if you're having a good time, you have friends and family over, and you just want a fighting game and you just want to button mash, this game is fun as hell. It's like, it has a whole bunch of characters. The graphics are really good. The gameplay is just fun. Like, it's this. I feel like nobody talks about this game, and like, I'm sure if I were to add this game on one of my arcade cabinets, like, and just skin it as, you know, Street Fighter cross Tekken, I guarantee you people who come over are gonna be like, what the hell is that? I never heard of that. You know, it'll get more gameplay than Mortal Kombat. It'll get more gameplay than Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct, one of my favorite fighting games. But to be honest, like, those games don't age well. And even though this is not like a 10 out of 10 fighting game, this game is still fun. Alright. I'm running out of room here. Alright, so we still got a lot to go. So I might need to speed up a little bit. We've been streaming now for how long? We've been streaming for 42 minutes. I was gonna say, why is my stream so delayed? Alright, so now we're gonna go to the next game, guys. This guy's crying. Oh my god. Alright, so this game, I am not gonna lie, I never played it. I never played it because it was around the time where that franchise was on the decline. But it's funny because kids that grew up around that time and that was like their first experience with that franchise, that's like their favorite game in the franchise, which is mind-blowing to me. But like, I don't know, we'll see. So this game I'm talking about is, you can see it on the screen, is Need for Speed Carbon. So this is when Need for Speed was doing the live action cinematics. Oh, and they were cheesy, but something about it, like, it had its, like, you know, it had it captured your attention. It was a little cringe sometimes, but you know. So Carbon came out. I don't know what came out before that, but I know Underground series came out before that, and Underground and Most Wanted and like, those games were like the pinnacle of Need for Speed. Like, those to me were the best Need for Speed games to be released. Underground 1, Underground 2, Most Wanted, even Hot Pursuit was pretty good. The original Need for Speed, I remember playing that. I have it on the Panasonic 3DO. Even that game was good. Very bare bones. The frame rate was atrocious, very slow. The PS1 version was a lot better. I believe the PS1 version was 60 frames of the original Need for Speed. But this one says, survive the canyon. The city is yours for the taking. Revolutionary new auto sculpt. And represent a class. Build your own crew. You know, EA, they said this shit for every fucking game. So this one was kind of like a mixture. They're trying to be like underground mixed with Most Wanted, and it just wasn't the same. There was just something missing from this game. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't play this game because I just saw it as like, okay, it's not gonna be like the other Need for Speed games. So this is Need for Speed Carbon. I actually got this game from one of my coworkers. I told her I collect games, and she's like, "Oh, I got some games." So she gave me this. She gave me actually the next the next 3 games after this one she gave me. So I was like, you know, anytime you get free games, just, hey, I'll take it, even if it's not the best. Chris Jericho and Big Cass. Wow, that guy. I didn't even know he was still in wrestling. Alright, so the next game we're gonna talk about. This game was everything, man. This game was everything, as you can see what I'm typing up right here. Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4, man. Now, my personal rankings is Grand Theft Auto 4 wasn't my favorite Grand Theft Auto game. And I'm not afraid to admit that. Grand Theft Auto 4. So I had this, so she gave me this game as well. I had this game, and I have all the DLC for it physically. This game is not my favorite game in the GTA franchise, but it's a really, really good game. The biggest thing, I remember waiting for midnight release for this game, getting it home, and I remember thinking, why do the cars feel like shit? Like, why do the cars feel slippery? Like, everything just felt slippery. But besides that, like, I liked the characters. They didn't compare to San Andreas to me. San Andreas and Vice City and even 3, just, they were, to me, those were masterpieces in Grand Theft Auto, in the franchise. Like, they did something that, you know, no other games are doing, and they were fun. You know, they made it fun to be a criminal, glorifying it, and it caused a lot of controversy. But, you know, as far as this one they try to go a little bit more realistic, with the graphics and everything, and prove to everybody that they had good graphics. And it was a good game. Like, I beat the game. The DLC, Ballad of Gay Tony, and there was like the motorcycle one. I didn't beat the DLC because I was just kind of burnt out of Grand Theft Auto at that time. Because at that time it was like Saints Row and all these other games were coming out. Watch Dogs. What's that other game? Sleeping Dogs. And, you know, that's another game where later on I'm going to show that I slept on. I was sleeping on that dog. But still, Grand Theft Auto, good game. Got it for free. Don't need to spend too much time on that game. And the other game she gave me was Guitar Hero 2 for the Xbox 360. So I got pretty much all the Guitar Heroes and Rock Bands on the Wii. I have the drums, I have the guitars. The only thing I don't have is like the little piano keyboard thing. But yeah, Guitar Hero 2. I don't really need to go that deep into this one. Like, it's hard to differentiate what Guitar Heroes are what. Guitar Hero Aerosmith, which I don't believe I have Aerosmith on the Wii. I try to collect them all for the Wii because it's easier to get the instruments because you don't need the little USB dongle because those cost a lot of money if the controller doesn't have it for the 360 or PS3. So for the Wii, you just put the Wii mode in there and it works perfect. But Grand Theft Auto, Guitar Hero, Aerosmith, another free game. Might as well go with this one. This one's nothing major. She also gave me this one, Madden 13. I do not have Madden 13. Actually, do I? I used to be huge on Madden, and everything. I used to buy it like every year. Same thing with like the NBA games. But Madden's Madden. Like I rented it. I rented the most recent one on GameFly, so I have that right now. Trying to play the Bears season. Trying to be good with Caleb Williams. All right, so next game we're gonna talk about is, I don't know if you guys seen it. So the next game is Transformers Devastation for the Xbox One. This game is actually going up in price. Not sure about the PS3 version, but this version is going up in price. It's not like drastic, but like a lot of these Xbox One games were like dirt cheap. They're like 10, 15 bucks. And now they're going up to 25, 30, 35, 40. It's crazy. But this game is Transformers G1 fun, man. It's not the Cybertron games, which are dope as hell as well. But it's from Platinum Games, so it has very fast gameplay. The only thing that put me off a little bit on this game was, to me, the scaling seemed a little bit off. The scaling of the Transformers, like they're supposed to be big and tall, and and just in the game they almost feel like race car, like remote control cars. They almost feel like little figurines, even though essentially in real life they are little toys. But like they're supposed to be towering figures and clearly bigger. And it's just, I think they could have did a better job with just scaling them to give them a bigger presence in the game. But as far as the gameplay, it's fun as hell. It's one of those games. Once again, it's just like old school fun. It's not. God. What the heck is going on here? It's old school fun, and it's not like has 20,000 things to do, an open world, and like we need more games. We need games like this to come back. Just fun, short, straight to the point games, linear. Like not everybody wants a whole open world adventure game. But this game, if you see it, pick it up. It's a really good game. I believe it's on Game Pass too. I don't have Game Pass no more. But a lot of times, a lot of the games that are on Game Pass, I would say if you like those games, I would pick it up. Like, pick it up physically, because if they're currently on Game Pass, most likely they're going to be cheap at the store. And they're eventually going to be removed from Game Pass. So it's just good to have it physically. Or buy it on, the store, on the digital store. Because, like I said, this game's starting to go up in price. All right, another game. You see a theme. There's a lot of Xbox 360 games. To me, that was one of my favorite console generations, was the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Both systems I love to this day. PS3 gets a little slight edge because it played everything from PS1, PS2, PS3. Even though my God rest his soul, my fat PlayStation 3 died, but still, like, it played everything, and it was literally a media hub. Put all kinds of memory cards in there and 4 USB ports. It was just a powerhouse. Put Linux on it, Linux. But we're gonna stick to this game right here. This game is 50 Cent, Blood on the Sand. This is the sequel to the 50 Cent game on, is it Xbox? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. It's hard to keep track of these damn games. But let's pull it up. So this game I never played this game, and it's supposedly really good. But like I said, a lot of these games didn't do too well in reviews back in the day when they first came out, and now in retrospect, everybody's like, it was amazing. You need to get it. It's a hidden gem. The hidden gem videos, and it's like all these games are mid-ass games. But anyways, this game you play as 50 Cent, the world's biggest hip hop star, in this fast-paced action shooter. It has co-op online with the G Unit. Upgrade your arsenal with over 20 realistic weapons and 40 plus tracks and 9 classic music videos featuring 50 and G Unit. It says 50 and G Unit. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm trying to show the gameplay a little bit. See, like, all these games, man, like, even though I haven't played this game, it brings back memories, and I haven't even played it. It's just like, they don't make games like this no more, like Manhunt, this type game, like, just third person, just run through the building, fucking blow shit up, kill people, like, that's it. And when I was watching videos of this game, one thing I did notice is very, like, the sound samples, they say the same shit over and over and over. He's like, hey, G-Unit, get the fuck down. Whatever the fuck he said. 50 Cent, I'm gonna kill you. 50 Cent, I'm gonna G-Unit. It's like, okay, it gets a little tiring hearing the same shit. And then his eyes look bugged out like crazy. But it's supposed to be a good game. So I can't wait to play that game. Alright, we're gonna change it up a little bit again. So this game, I never played this game. There's a common theme. A lot of these games I didn't play. Either recently or in the past. Now this game I've heard of in the past as a PC game. But I've never played it. And I heard a lot of good things, and I used to watch podcasts, listen to podcasts. People always bring this game up. I'm a big BioShock fan. And also, I love Night Dive Studios because they do an amazing job with everything they touch. So that's one of the main reasons why I got this game, is because of the studio. I like supporting a studio like them because they do everything right. Like, for real. Shout out to MVG, one of my favorite YouTubers. But got this at GameFly for like $25, $20, perfect deal. Like, this game supposedly it's like BioShock before BioShock. Is what I was led to believe. But even if it's not, it just looks dope in the game. Like, in the trailers I see, like, this is the old game right here. They remade the game. It's all new cinematics, all new everything. So, System Shock picked up that one. I'm rambling too much. Alright, what's the next game? We're going to try to move fast here, move fast. Alright, so look at this one. Ironically, before my coworker gave me Need for Speed Carbon on the 360, I picked this up at, I don't remember if I picked it up at the store or if I picked it up at the gaming convention, Midwest Gaming Classic. I think it might have been a Midwest Gaming Classic. But Need for Speed Carbon, Own the City, essentially it's the same game, just the PSP version. And if you guys don't already know, I love the PSP. The PSP is one of my favorite handhelds of all time. I used to take it to high school and play Grand Theft Auto, and one of my other buddies had a PSP and had Grand Theft Auto. And if you never played Grand Theft Auto ad hoc wireless play, oh my god, this is the funnest shit ever. I would rather play that right now this day than play GTA Online. I know I probably sound stupid to everybody that plays out GTA Online, but I'm telling you right now, I had so much fun playing that game. I wish I could find a bunch of people and just play that game right now. Alright, next game. Now this game, Brutal Legend. It's a Tim Schafer game. I guess you have to say that, when he makes a game. It's basically a adventure beat 'em up game that's set to music. And I don't know why I never picked it up back in the day. Because I loved rhythm games. I love games like Frequency, Amplitude, obviously Guitar Hero. So you figure this is like right up my alley, and I've never picked it up. I don't know if it was just because, but I wasn't the biggest Jack Black fan. I thought he was a little bit too much, a little bit cringy. And then just the rock of this, I didn't know. But, I was very naive when I was younger. I was very just like, if it doesn't look good on the surface level, I'm not going to play it. I've grown in my taste, and I'm actually really excited to play this game. Especially since you can't play games like this no more. Old games with licensed music. Because you can't buy it. I'm not sure if you could buy it in the store, but like all these games, they remove the songs. So it's crazy. So I'm excited to play this. And I wouldn't mind getting a sequel to this game. I can see that game actually be made into a movie with Blackjack. Alright, so I'm going to do 2 for 1 right now. So these two games right here, I remember when they came out and people shitted on them so bad. And they were saying that they changed the formula of the game and it's not the same as the other games, and they messed up the series, the franchise, and blah 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 blah. And it's funny now, because now you look at videos and people are like, this is one of the best games in the series. It's not like #1, but like what it offered and what it was really good. So what I'm talking about is Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. So these two games got shit out because they were more action oriented instead of horror or survival oriented. The reason why I bought it was, one, it has Xbox One versions, so they're basically better enhanced versions of the 360 or PS3 versions. And number 2, these are both co-op games. I love co-op games because, like I said, I like to play with my kids. Anytime I get to play with them, we can all enjoy something, and they can enjoy some of the old games that I liked back in the day, or the type of old games I used to like. Like, it's always fun, and I always plan to stream it, but we never do, because it's just like I'd rather just sit down with them and enjoy playing the games. But we have yet to start these, but this is probably a perfect time this month to actually start playing one of these with her. Because it is, Halloween time. But these two games, Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, these are actually not the easiest to find on the Xbox One. You can find it very easy on the 360 version or the PS3 version, but the Xbox One versions physically aren't the easiest to find. Yeah, you can find them on eBay, but like if you're just trying to find them in the wild, they're not the easiest to find. I almost bought the 360 versions multiple times because I kept forgetting there was an Xbox One version. If you buy it in the store online on the Xbox, it's just the Xbox One version, so it's probably cheaper too. But you know, I want to get physical if I can, unless it's like a super duper good deal. Like the Crew 2 was on sale a few weeks ago for $1, because they're gonna update it so it can have offline play, which is pretty cool. I wish every company did that, but like it's $1, but you could go to the store and get a physical for like 15 bucks, which is not bad. But like $1, like 15 to $1, I'm gonna go with the $1. I'm gonna stick with the Xbox One theme, and we are gonna go with the game that I slept on again, which I regret sleeping on. And I started streaming this game. It is Mad Max. Mad Max, man. Like, I wanted to play it when I saw Mad Max 1 recently. Well, not recently, this past year. And I was like, I just wanted to play the game. Like, I saw it, I'm like, it looks actually pretty cool. And the knock on this game was there wasn't a lot to do, you know, in the open world. You just do the same old like Ubisoft type stuff. Get the towers, blah blah blah. You get this, you beat the mission, you go on to the next mission, you go get the towers, you go get the next, and they were talking as if it was like the worst thing ever. But like I said, during this time when this came out, it was saturated in the market with open world games that you had to go to the tower and unlock the map and do this and that. Like games like that aren't out right now, like that. So, you know, you have some like Assassin's Creed, but even Assassin's Creed trying to change its formula. But this game is super fun, super innovative. I haven't beat it yet, but I plan on beating it. The graphics are really good, the acting's really good, the driving in the game is really good. Yeah. I hope the stream is good, because it looks like I'm losing a lot of frames. We'll see. We'll see, guys. No one's watching anyway, so whatever. We got the main event starting. Championship. All right. This game is a game that I've been wanting to try out, and unfortunately the studio got shut down by Xbox. And it is called Ghostwire Tokyo. And when this got first announced, I was like, holy crap, like Xbox got a hit on their hands. And it came out on Xbox and didn't run too good. And it came out on PS5 and it ran better than it did on Xbox, which didn't make sense. Now I think it came out on PS5 first, then it went to Xbox and ran worse. I don't remember, but I just know that to be a fact that it ran better on PS5 than the Xbox, and it's an Xbox Studio game. So this game looks super fun. It reminds me of BioShock, and like I said, I love BioShock. I can't wait to play this game. It's just super cool. It's like it reminds me of Control and BioShock put together. But yeah, PS5 game. John Moxley. PS4 game. Onrush. In the same vein of Pure, it's and MotorStorm. It's literally the same type of game. You race, you take down the other players. Basically, that's like the main point of the game. You take down the other players. I remember having the demo of this on my PS4, but I never actually played the full game. And so it's one of those games where it's like, it's arcade racing. Like I need it. I gotta have it, because we don't have stuff like this anymore, and it's crazy that people are reluctant to make it because this new generation of gamers, they don't like playing games. Yeah, that last match wasn't the best at all. Like the last two matches kind of were weak. That's why I'm like barely even paying attention to it. The last good match was the Osprey match. Um, every time that song comes on, it goes hard. All right, next game is a PS4 game, which they need to make. They need to bring this shit back, or make a new one, or bring the original two back, because the original two were better than this one. But this is Infamous Second Son for PlayStation 4. The DLC is actually, I like the DLC better than this game. The DLC almost felt like a sequel to 1 and 2 than kind of like a sequel to this game. But this game was pretty much Spider-Man before Spider-Man was Spider-Man, and it's the same people that make Ghostwire Tokyo, Ghost of Tsushima. So, yeah, Infamous Second Son. I have it digitally, but I got it for really cheap. And I got this game for like $1 for the Sega CD. It's Joe Montana's NFL Football. Never played this version of this game. I actually had this game for the Sega Genesis, but it's Joe Montana Football 94. That's the one I had, and it wasn't the best football game at all, but I freaking loved that game. Like I learned everything in that damn game, and I loved it. This game looks like it wants to be Madden a little bit, like early Madden. I don't think the reviews are pretty good on this game, but I got it for like $1 or $2, and it's complete. And it's a Sega CD game, so I'm probably never gonna put it in it anyway. So whatever. I'm running out of room here. I don't have no more room. All right. Keeping the sports theme, I'm gonna go with. I got for PSP. I got The Bigs for PSP. One of my favorite baseball games of all time is MLB Slugfest by Midway Games. Everything that Midway did, I freaking loved it. And they unfortunately, man, they're fighting and the music's still going. They should just play the whole music, play it the whole time. Damn! Get off me, bitch. I wonder if they can play the song the whole time. It would be so cool if they did that. You know this match is gonna be better than the other ones. Like instantly, you already know that. Damn. Yes. 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 Anyways, the Bigs, it's pretty much it's kind of like a Slugfest, but 2K Sports made it. Not gonna lie, I never played this version of the game. I believe I have it on the Wii as well. Arcade baseball, you can't really mess that up, so that's why I picked it up. No 3 count there. We got another Xbox One game, Rage 2. I believe this is on Game Pass as well. It's another like a Mad Max like type thing. It's almost like Mad Max and Borderline style graphics. I got it for cheap. I picked it up. It's nothing to cry home about. It's a Game Pass game, so it was cheap. His stickers on his neck look like his braids every time I look at it. Now this game, I missed out on this game when it came out. It's called Fracture. Reshape the battlefield, reshape the battle. These games were 1 in a million again at this time. Like when Gears of War came out, there was like Gears of War clones left and right, and every game had its like little gimmick. So this game, you can deform the ground and move the ground and blah blah blah. Never played this game, but like I said, we don't have games like this no more, so that's why I picked it up. And yeah, it looks fun. Looks like stupid fun. So that game, and another game that's kind of like this game. Like I said, there's a lot of games that were very similar to that game. So this game is called Inversion. And instead of deforming the ground, you play with gravity, I believe. And this game is very much like Gears of War. It has the cover system and everything. And it's made by Namco, which is kind of crazy. When you hear Namco, you don't think of shooting game like this, like a third-person shooting game. But yeah, it looks pretty fun. It looks like Max Payne mixed with Gears of War, and just like some weird shit. Like I could totally see this shit, me playing this till like 3 in the morning, like drunk, playing this and just having the fucking time of my life. Like this is a game I wouldn't mind if they remade it for PSVR. Like a lot of these old games they should do for PSVR. So that game, so we're gonna keep the same theme going with that type of game. We got time shift. Same type thing. This gimmick was you're time shifting, you're reversing time, I believe, and stopping time, and you're just shooting people. That's pretty much it. There's nothing else to it. These games weren't like reviewed the best, so it was just like they were games that had gimmicks and they were decent. They weren't trash, but they weren't masterpieces. That right now I think people can enjoy playing them because it's like we don't have games like this. So the next game is called, it's another Gears of War knockoff, which, hey, if you're gonna knock off a game, Gears of War is a good game to knock off. Just like Space Marine, Warhammer, man, I want that game so bad. But Binary Domain, it's a Sega game, so Sega, I gotta support Sega. That's one of my favorite companies, even though they don't do everything they're supposed to do or make everything the way they're supposed to make it. It's so nostalgic for me, the Sega company. So yeah, I picked this up. I forgot how much I paid for it. It's probably like $15, but for the most part, every game that I've picked up is complete. I try not to get games that's just the game disc, unless it's like a Xbox One or PS5, which they don't put nothing in those cases anymore. Well, Moxley looks like he getting more cut every time he wrestles, stronger and stronger. Here goes. I don't know if this is the last 360 game, but it's one of the last few. Spec The Line. Spec Ops The Line. This is the premium edition, which I'm sure, since it's used, doesn't include anything. But this game's shooting up in price like crazy, and then it went down in price, but it was still pretty expensive. So I never played this game, but the rap on this game was it was like a Call of Duty knockoff. Didn't do Call of Duty as good as Call of Duty, but now everybody's saying that it does Call of Duty better than Call of Duty. So that's that one. But yeah, this game is delisted, I believe. So got it physical. I believe it's backwards compatible for the 360. I mean for the Series X. So now we're gonna change it up a little bit again. And now this next game, I heard of it, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it, and I didn't know how much it costs. Now this is one of those ones where like you go to the store. I went to a bookstore, and sometimes they have games, and you're looking for games, see if they got any cheap games or whatever, good games, and you don't expect to see something that like either never heard of or you're like worth a little bit of money and they got it marked down to like a cheap price. But this game right here, it is called Stranger Things 3, the game. Now as you can see right here, this is all ripped. Doesn't have any insert or anything. It has a disc which is in a decent looking. It's not like I might need to clean it a little bit, but this game is marked for $19.99, and I looked up the price. I think at the time, which I bought this, was it beginning of the spring, I believe. I think it says June 5th, 2024. So yeah, so like maybe end of spring. This game online was going for, I believe, like $50 something, and it was marked to 20. So I'm like, whatever, cool, I'll take it. And it looks like a fun game. Not gonna lie, I probably won't play it. I might mess around with it, but like, if you find a deal like that, and the game is not terrible, it's like, okay, it's a limited run game. It's made by Netflix. Man, you don't hear too many people talking about this game. And I was just surprised to see it at a half-price books store. All right. Man, I knew I had a lot of games. I didn't think it was this much. Oh boy, what's she doing? Damn, girl. Damn, girl. Renee gonna get mad. He looks like the brawny guy. That guy needs to get punched in the face. Alright, so next game. I mentioned it earlier. I said I slept on it. And it's true. It's Sleeping Dogs. It's Sleeping Dogs for the Xbox One. And I got, so this is going up in price, this game. And this game is essentially, it's the sequel to True Crime, Streets of LA, Streets of New York. If you ever played that game on the PS2, those are pretty good games. You play a cop, and like you can search people. You know, they have drugs on them, they have guns. It was like very advanced for its time. It wasn't as like, what the hell is he doing? Oh my god, bro. Biting his back. What a dumbass. Ugh. He bit his pimple too. But yeah, the True Crime series was like a low budget GTA, but like the things that it did was like, holy crap, like GTA wasn't even doing some of that stuff. So that I could appreciate. and I had so much fun with that game. The only thing is, I remember vividly, like it just took forever to drive from mission to mission or to place. Like I think it was like a 1-to-1 like scale of the city. So like when you wanted to drive from one part of the city to the next, it literally took you the same amount of time it would if you were really driving it in real life. I just remember thinking like, damn, I gotta redo this damn mission. Now I gotta keep driving and fucking drive all the way over there. It's like I literally had to make decisions like, do I really want to do this mission again? Should I do something else? Should I just like arrest people? Should I whatever? Goddamn. But at the end of the day, like it was a good game. So Sleeping Dogs is essentially like the spiritual successor to those games. And when I played, this is the definitive version, by the way, and it has the art book and it has the game, obviously. Daniel-san, he's on the top rope. Come on, man, you saw that coming from a long way. Curb stomp. Got his ass in his face. Nope. So this game plays like a GTA mixed with, I don't know if you guys ever played Stranglehold on the PS3, I believe. Stranglehold was so, to me, it was ahead of its time. It's like Stranglehold was like Max Payne. So this game is like Max Payne, Stranglehold, GTA, True Crime all together in one. You can tell by the way he's like sliding. It's like a John Woo movie, like Hard Boiled and stuff. So I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, I can't wait to play this game. I want to play this game with streaming, because it looks so good. Like I said, they don't make games like this no more. It's always just like microtransactions and everything. So this one is Sleeping Dogs, and I had to buy this online because I only ever found the 360 version out there, and as days were passing, the price kept going up and up, and I didn't want to wait till it became $50-$60. So I'm like, I think I found it for like $20 on eBay, and it was the definitive version, also with the special edition hardcover. So I was happy about that. And then of course, like the next week after I bought it, I went to my local game store and they had the Xbox One version, definitive version. I'm like, great, perfect. Always happens. So I mentioned that game was like Max Payne, and I picked up Max Payne 3 for the 360. Now I had this game already for the PlayStation 3, but it didn't have the cover. Like when I got that game, I wasn't like collecting. I was just like, hey, I like this game, so if it's used, I'm gonna buy it, even though if it doesn't have a case or whatever. So it didn't have a case, just had one of those like fake GameStop cases. But this game is backwards compatible on the Series X, and it has enhancements. So I got it complete, $10 for this game. Like, you can't beat that price for a Max Payne game, and it's a great game. Like, I played half of it on the PS3. Like, it's Max Payne, man. I love Max Payne. And like I said, it's complete. It got 2 discs. Yeah, you can't beat this. 1 for 1, huh? Alright, this next game. Alright, let me take Sleeping Dogs off. And let me go ahead and pop the next game in. The YouTubes. Alright. Alright. So this next game I'm gonna talk about is Homefront: The Revolution. So I got this and a few other games for my birthday, because people don't ever know what to get me. So I just tell them, just buy me some used games. And I told them I was thinking about getting this game. I couldn't see myself paying money for this game, but if somebody want to give it to me for a gift, then I get it. It's actually a pretty good deal. It was $15, and it's the Steelbook edition, and it's like a special edition version of the game. Um, Homefront, I heard a lot of good things about this game. It's it's a fucking Call of Duty like. So yeah, and then it says online co-op. Um, it looks good. Like the graphics look good on the back and everything. Hopefully it's just linear, and then I can go ahead and just have a good time with this game. And now the next game is gonna be an Xbox 360 game, and it's gonna be right here. I got duped on this game. They're always bleeding, man. Yes, yes. Those rings on the stage reminds me of the rings for like when you do like TikTok videos. Oh my god. Kick her in the nuts. Oh, RKO. So, as you can see on the trailer, I picked up Sonic the Hedgehog. What? For the 360. I only picked it up because I thought it was backwards compatible, but it wasn't. Wow, fucked me up. $15 I paid for this. It's not even complete. That was one of those like, I want to buy a game. I'm just gonna buy it. It's backwards compatible. At least I get to play it. Boost it on the Series X. No boy, I put it in there. It did not work. So yeah, so don't buy this game if you expect it to be playable on 360. I could have swore they on the Xbox Series X. I could have swore they said this was like performance boost, on the Series X, but I think they were talking about Sonic Unleashed. 10:45. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done, guys. All right, so we're gonna try to go a little bit quicker again. Let me just queue up a video here. I'll queue up that one. Alright. Next game I picked up, Fusion Frenzy for the Xbox original OG system. This is backwards compatible. So you can play this game on the Series X. It's on Game Pass usually. But like, if you like Mario Party type games, if you just like the mini games, this is cool. It's not as good as the Mario Party games, I'm not gonna lie. But if like you have kids, or if you have some buddies over and you guys are drinking, this game is pretty fun. A lot of the games are pretty samey. Like you're in a ball and you gotta push somebody out, or you're on bumper cars, you gotta push somebody out. But it's still fun. Like it's still fun. And the more people you have, the more fun it is. Obviously, it's up to 4 players. Like this is something I feel like Xbox can totally redo nowadays. And like they can do it like up to 100 people, like a Fall Guys type things. I don't understand why they like don't do that. Like I believe they own this IP. Like I would get the Fall Guys people to make this game for Xbox and go up to 100 and have it be like a battle royale mini game type thing. Like, or like remember the 100 that came out on the Xbox? Like they have things that they can do. They just refuse to do it. So it's kind of crazy. But Fusion Frenzy, $15. I overpaid on this one. I know that. What the hell? Oh, oh no. Oh! Sheesh! He's gonna be busted open. He's gonna have to hide and cut his head because, like, he should have been busted open. God damn. Ooh. God damn. But yeah, you could probably find this game for like $10. No more than $10. But I was like, I can't find this game anywhere. I'm just gonna buy it. I need it. This is after I bought Fusion Frenzy 2, which is gonna be later in the pile. And I gotta talk about that game. So that game is, like I said, backward compatible. One of my favorite games, Super Mario Strikers for the Nintendo GameCube. I remember playing my brother. If you watch this video, or if my nephew watched this video, I remember playing my brother at his house and I've never played this game. It's just like he thought he was gonna beat me. I'm playing, and like it just controlled the way I thought it should control. The buttons were where they should have been to me, and I just remember beating them. And I'm like, I love this fucking game. And this wasn't like when this game came out. This is like fucking years later after this game came out, like years later. We were playing the GameCube. Ooh. But this is the best version of Mario Strikers. The Wii version was second, and the Switch version is a distant third. I appreciate that they put Strikers on the Switch, but it's just something about it just seems like it's like a soulless Strikers. I don't know. It's a good game. It's fun, but like I don't know. It feels like once you play it a couple times, it's like you don't want to play it no more. And I feel like this one, and on the Wii, like I feel like I spent so much time on the Wii version one. Like it was like variety with the way you would do the goals and move the motion control, and the way you would bounce the ball to each other, and you could just like the impact it had when you would like time it perfectly, and then you would charge up the ball and shoot it. Whereas the new version of Strikers is like, I just felt like I can never get the feel of charging the ball up as I was passing it. I felt like it's just, I don't know, it just felt a little off. And I don't know, this felt more challenging in a fair way, and Strikers feels challenging in an unfair way. Damn, boy. See, I don't like they do that shit all the time. AEW does that shit all the time. They'll do a strong move, and then the guy will just pop right up. And then they do the little fucking, like, oh, forearm shiver, your turn. And then they get, like, knocked out. It's like, you just popped up from a fucking super hurricane DDT. Alright, next game. Next game is called... Uh-oh, this is the wrong trailer. Wrong trailer, guys. They duped me on that one. Okay, let's do this one. Alright, I'm a little late now. So anyways, it's Splashdown Rides Gone Wild. So, 100% honesty, never played this game. I've never played this game at all. I've seen it tons of times at the store, and I'm like, that looked like a bootleg ass Hydro Thunder. But then I was like, why is there so many? Like, there's so many, like, on the shelf. There's so many Splashdowns on the shelf. Like, what the hell? And I look at it, and it's like Splashdown that is made by Atari, and then Splashdown made by THQ. And I'm like, never realized the difference. And then all I know is that I trust THQ. I trust THQ more than I trust Atari. So I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, so the good one is the THQ one. So I brought this one, for the PS2 because it was really super cheap. It's complete. It's complete, but I don't know why there's a disc in here. Obviously, I never opened the shit. But I got it for $2. Like, this reminds me of Cruis'n Blast. It's like THQ Midway type games, man. Like, I love those games. I just wish you could play it on PS4 or PS5. Break it! Break it, bro! What? I don't get it. John Moxley won.
John Moxley as AEW World Champion begins, picking up at 400 plus days, but the story here is now, in Danielson's own words, the end of his full-time in-ring career. That was more of a struggle than a match. That was a titanic struggle.
Look, Danielson's supposed to quit.
This is a moment I thought about for so long.
Oh my God. Alright, next game. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. 12 with this one. Killzone Shadowfall. This game doesn't get the amount of respect it deserves by me and everybody else. So, my son not recently, but got me the Killzone collection on PS3. So I want to play all those games and then finish it off with this one. But I really do hope they come out with a PS5 collection with all these games. That would be so dope. But Killzone, graphics in this game is really good. I got it for $3 fucking, man. Like I'm telling you, I be getting these deals here. What are they gonna do? Is he gonna like fucking murder him? Fucking Moxie's gonna suffocate him. Alright, keeping the PS4 theme. Vanquish and Bayonetta. The 10th anniversary bundle pack. 10E anniversary. Vanquish, if you ever played it, it's really fun. It's a Sega game, so you know I love it. And Platinum, and then Bayonetta is Bayonetta. Never played that game, unfortunately. I want to get all three. I hope they come out with a collection on PlayStation or Xbox. I don't want to buy it on the Switch. God damn, that's a lot of tape. Oh, but you ain't gotta do that fucking tight. Is he gonna cut his hair, or what the hell is he gonna do? So anyways, this game. I missed getting the Steelbook edition. It was like $25. And I was like, $25? I'm not paying that. And I should have fucking paid it. Because the next week I went back and they didn't have it and I regretted it. So I finally found this one. What the fuck are they doing, bro? They do murders on AEW? I'm so confused. Like they can commit a murder on fucking AEW now? That's stupid. Next game. which is a game I never would have thought I was gonna buy, because I didn't even know about this game, and I quite frankly still don't know about this game. It looks like Me Baseball, right? For like the Nintendo. But it's called Little League World Series 2010 Baseball. And I paid $5 for it. But apparently, like, it's a good game. Apparently, it's a good game, and it's like worth more than $5. And I was like, okay, well, I never heard of this. But apparently, it's like a series. I think they even got like 2024. Like, I think I saw it at the store for PS4. God damn. I'm so hungry. All right. So we're in the home stretch now. Somebody's gonna come out. This game right here is Anarchy Reigns. It's another Sega Platinum game. Never heard of this game. And quite frankly, I still don't know what this game is. It might be just like an online only game, like multiplayer game, because it says multiplayer mayhem, but it says single player mode, but it says play as Jack or Leo in the 2-part story driven campaign mode. So to me, it's probably just like, it's probably gonna be like an hour long and shit. But like Anarchy Reigns, I think I picked it up because it was just like super cheap. And it was Sega. Remember I told you anything Sega I usually buy. So this was $5. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game, but if you did, tell me what you guys think of it. Tell me if it's a multiplayer only game, or if it's, you know, a single player, and can you play it? Because it says broadband required, so I'm probably sure it doesn't even work without the internet right now. Oh my God.
You see, they've dropped the ropes here. I've been part of AEW since the inception. I've been proud to be a part of AEW, but
So I bet you this game's better than Suicide Squad.
what those people did to Diana.
It already looks better from what I'm seeing. It looks better. Alright. I'm happy I'm doing this stream. What happened to the ropes? Because I finally get to put these games away. Hopefully I have room. This game, $2. $2. Resistance 3. Like, come on now. Like, Sony, what are you doing, bro? Like, what? Like, why can't you give us at least a collection of the Resistance games? Like, it's so baffling to me. They say they don't have enough IPs. Like, you're sitting on IP, bro. Like, I literally don't understand what these companies think. Like, I think it's because, like, oh, it didn't light the world on fire when they came out, so they're like, well, I'm not gonna release the game. It looks like my stuff is lagging right now. Is it my internet? Maybe. End of AEW broadcast. So anyways, damn, this is like really laggy now. But anyways, this game, I finally got all of them now. Resistance 1, 2, and 3. They're really good games. I didn't give it a fair shot when they came out neither. because it was like all about multiplayer before, and I wasn't. It was just like there are so many games at that time where it's like if it doesn't capture your interest right away, then I was moving on. But now it's just like, you know what, I want games like this. So this game it's a really good game. I like the fact that Resistance 2 is in Chicago. All right. We got Alan Wake remastered on the Xbox Series X. I played the original one on the 360. It was alright. But I think I was expecting it to be a different type of game. But now I know what this game is actually, like what it entails. So I think I would enjoy playing this game again. Now we got an OG Fight Night 2004. So this is one of those games where it's like, you know, Undisputed just came out, new boxing game. We haven't had a boxing game in so long. But this game, what was unique about this game was obviously the controls and the graphics and the realism of everything. But this had the ragdoll physics. So when you get a knockout on somebody, like their body would just like flail and they'll be bouncing on the ropes and fucking looking like they're having seizures and shit. So that was cool. But like if you just pick up this game and play today, you'll get your ass handed to you because it's definitely like your muscle memory ain't gonna kick in when you play this game. You're gonna think you were really good, and then you start playing and you play the computer on medium or easy. You're gonna fucking keep getting beat like every second round. But still a good game. $5 if you find it. I would say pick this up. Undisputed just came out, so I would say wait for a price drop on that game. I can't wait so that game is cheaper because I'm gonna pick that one up. All right, so this is a 2-for deal. So I picked up Infamous 2, and I never bought the Infamous games, or did I? I think I have Infamous 1. All these games. Yeah, I need to make I definitely need to make a collection on my Game Eye for this. But Infamous 2, really good game. Just a super good game. This is the Walmart version. And it included the early access to Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception multiplayer beta 2011. Jesus. But yeah, this one has everything in it. Fun game. And then I picked up the Infamous Collection. It has both games and the Festival of Blood DLC. The code in here actually worked, but fucking Sony put an expiration date on it, so I couldn't redeem it. But I believe I have the Festival of Blood on my PlayStation Plus account anyways. But still, like, it comes with both discs, and I paid... My dog's barking. I'm like, what the heck was that? I thought somebody was screaming. Let's see. Somebody text me because I didn't check my phone. No, not yet. Alright, so we're almost here. We got 3 more games. So we're going to try to hurry up because it's 11:05 and I'm hungry. We got Fusion Frenzy 2. And I said I liked Fusion Frenzy 1. And me and my daughter had some fun with it. And I was like, you know what? This could be the next family game. You know, we could all play and, you know, have some fun with it. And, you know what? They got Fusion Frenzy 2. I'm going to pick it up. I know it's not as good as the first game. But, you know, it's still the second game. There's mini games. Like, you can't go wrong with that. And some of the mini games actually looked pretty fun. And so I bought it. And then I put it in my system. And it didn't work. Because I don't know why. It's not backwards compatible on the Series X. Fusion Frenzy 2 is not backwards compatible on the Series X. But Fusion Frenzy 1, the OG, is. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, any fucking sense whatsoever. Like, I was literally like, was pissed off. Like if I would have known that, I would not have bought this game. Like for real. I paid $8 for this. I paid more for the first one than this one. That should have been my first damn clue. But yeah, like Xbox, why isn't this fucking backwards compatible? Bullshit. So yeah, Fusion Frenzy 2. Second to last game I got was Devil May Cry. This was kind of like the reboot to the Devil May Cry series. I only bought it. It's not a terrible game, but it's not like the game everybody knows and loves. But it's still a good game. But I only bought it because it was $2. $2. So I'm like, okay. So I think that day I brought this, I brought like 12 games, and I only paid like $27 or something like that, because there were so many games that were like $2, $3, $1. You know, some of these games, like I said, don't have the instructions in there, but like you never know. But they're like super clean. You never know with these like 360 and Xbox One games if they even came with an insert. But like games that I'm like not too fond of or not too like crazy about, I don't care if it doesn't come with an insert, because it's like $2. But if I paid $15, like this price says right there, if I pay $15, it better come with a damn everything. It better be complete in box. Now the last game, and I dropped everything. What a fucking dummy. So the next game, anyways, is this game right here, guys. And literally it's been loading the whole time I was talking. It said loading, loading, loading. This game is super janky. Super janky. But you know what? I love this game. And my son, who's 19, loves this game. And I remember we were both playing it on the PS3 when it first came out. I think I rented it through GameFly, and he just loved watching me play it, because you know, your teddy bears, you run around and you freaking kill other teddy bears. And I remember when this got announced, they made it seem like it was like Grand Theft Auto, but just with teddy bears. And I was like, hey, I'm down. That sounds cool as heck to me. But super janky, super like campy, super low budget, but like it's fun. But when I first played it, we came across a game breaking bug and we couldn't beat the game. Like it just like froze and like I couldn't do anything. So I haven't played this version. This is the gold edition. It says includes full original game plus all 3 DLC chapters. So I'm hoping that the DLC chapters are actually on the disc. Everything's in there. I'm hoping it's on the disc and not like a freaking DLC code. But it says bonus content, 3 new episodes, 3 new weapons and kills, 12 new costumes, and 4 new multiplayer modes. But yeah, Naughty Bear, man, if you guys see this, I would say check it out. Like, it's just dumb fun. It's not the best game. You know, when I say I love this game, it's not like I love this game because of the gameplay is so amazing and they do things that no other game does. It's very basic. It's very like if you ever played Sneak King, like the Burger King games, where you're sneaking around and then you gotta like give people hamburgers. It's like a full version, a better version of that, but violent. You know, you can like rip the teddy bears' heads off. You can like, you know, burn them. You can scare them. Also, like, you smell, so they can smell you and then they run away. And you know, there's a lot of little things that it does that's like charming. That like is like, okay, this is pretty fun. But it's not one of those games where you're like, you know, I'm gonna play it every day for the next 10 weeks. It's one of those games where it's like I'm gonna play it, have some fun with it, put it away for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, 3 months pass, 2 months pass. Hey, I want to check out Naughty Bear again, or you show somebody if you have, if you're a parent where like you're not anal when it comes to like teddy bears and cartoon characters killing things, and your kids can handle that. Then it's just like fun for them to watch it. It's like a cartoon, but it does get a little gruesome though. But that's all my pickups, and now I went through all my pickups. Now I got to turn around and actually pick up my pickups off the floor. But that's gonna be it for this stream. I hope it wasn't too terrible as far as the lag, because this is kind of like a test stream as well. So we're gonna see how it was. I streamed for 2 hours now. Hopefully it was watchable. But I do have about 514 skipped frames due to encoding lag and 247 missed frames due to rendering lag. So if I watch this back and it looks terrible, I'm probably going to have to lower my base canvas resolution. But it is what it is, right? But I think my camera looks a little bit better. That's fine. But thank you guys for watching, all one of you. And hey, hopefully I see you maybe sometime this week. I might stream a scary game. I might, upload a video. I might do something. Who knows? I've been trying to do at least one video, at the very least one form of content a week, whether it's a stream or a video. I've also been just kind of like messing around recording music, just like as a hobby type thing. So I've been just trying to keep preoccupied with other than work and life stuff. But appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys on the next video whenever that is. And finally, go Bears. We're gonna beat the Jags tomorrow morning, 8:30. Bear down. Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Let's go. Montez Sweat, Jalen Johnson. I'm gonna keep going. Tor Taylor. The Bears.